It's a BumbleKast Mini, sponsored by Hedgehog?
We'll go with that.
Is it meant to be Hedgehog? Did you miss the E?
There might have been.
Or is that the point?
Maybe. I don't know. Why do we have questions for them? They have questions for us, so I guess we'll just answer those questions.
I know.
Yeah.
I just want to be sure, because I'm just going to assume it's intentional, because I like that. So we have a couple of questions for Kyle to start off from Hedgehog.
Okay.
Kyle, you're fully put in charge of a rigged racing competition in the Sonic universe. You pick the contestants and what they're driving. Who do you set up to win, and how does the train wreck play out?
Why does it have to be rigged?
Add a little bit of spice to it, I guess.
If it's rigged, there's no spice. Then there's no there's no competition.
But if it's rigged, then perhaps someone knows that it's rigged and they fight against the rigging.
I guess that could be fun. Let's see. I picked the contestants. The contestants are pretty much everyone. Like, it doesn't matter. I'm not picky. And put them all on riding lawnmowers. Not fast riding lawnmowers either. The smallest, cheapest, slowest ones we can get. And just, let them drive around a bit. And let's see. It's less a race and more like a demolition derby. And the winner is the one who flies the farthest after they get hit and knocked off.
All right.
It's a literal train wreck. And no cheating if you're a flying character. Yeah, something like that. There's the winner. Who wins? I don't know. Big.
If you can hit him hard enough to launch him, sure, that mass is going to go for miles.
I figured he'd just bounce a little bit, I didn't say anything. I didn't say he couldn't bounce. I just said they couldn't cheat.
He just makes that dodgeball boink noise.
He sounds like Pom Pom from Homestar. Yes.
Second question for you. Do you have any previous gen racing games you look back fondly on? For me, it's been the open world racing game Fuel, if you haven't heard of it. And it's a big deal back when it was released, and it's the largest open world at its time by approximately 5,560 square miles, or 14,400 kilometers squared, in size. Tangent aside, I've been playing the game a lot recently and wondered if you'd heard of it as well.
I have heard of it, and yeah, that's very impressive. It's very cool. I have only played a little bit of it, though. I need to get back to it at some point. But yeah, that's definitely a game that's up my alley. Actually, it's kind of funny you bring this up, because recently I have been dabbling a lot with the MX versus ATV series. So motocross versus quads for some off-road fun. And that's one of my favorite developers, actually, who's made that, who works on that series, Rainbow Studios, as far as racing games go. Like, they make some really just fun arcade-style racing games that I really enjoy. So that's been a lot of fun to go back to. I just like the way that they give things things have kind of moon physics, but it's still somewhat believable. So it's a good balance between the fun and it's a slightly more realistic take on stuff, but not too outrageous. I'll always love things like Excite Bike, Rad Racer, RC Pro-Am is always fun, Super Off-Road. I'm trying to think of some other ones. Danny Sullivan's Indie Heat on NES, a hidden gem of a racing game. It's similar to Super Off-Road, except it's Indy cars, but it's made by Rare, and it's a really solid game. Definitely criminally overlooked. I love kart racers. Basically just like, got sucked into Mario Kart 8 recently and basically very nearly 100%ed the dang thing.
And knowing the library that you haven't touched yet, that's saying something.
Yeah, I just got sucked into it recently, like, you know what, I'm just gonna do this. So I finally just like unlocked practically everything. Finally sat down and actually learned 200cc. Got pretty decent at it. Did all of the ghost time trial challenges at 150cc, not 200. Haven't done those yet, but we'll see if I even bother. And yeah, just had a good time with it. It's just a fun game now. I'm just like, you know what? I played a lot of Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, so when it came to Deluxe, I didn't really get that deep into it because I was just like, oh, I already did this. But now it's been a few years, so I feel more comfortable going back to it and actually, nearly fully completing it. So
you playing all the DLC tracks as well?
Yes. Yep. Although I have not done those on 200cc, I don't think. No, not yet. Not yet. But maybe I might wait until all of them are out before I do that, but we'll see. But yeah, that was a ton of fun. So I guess that's a current gen racing game though, technically, although it was originally a last gen racing game. I don't know. What do you think, Ian? I think it's both.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't gonna split hairs at this point.
Yeah. I always like that. I also think like the original Grid is still the best one. Like there's so many Grid games now, but the original one is still the best, and it's also like the one you can't find and play anymore. It's like, go figure. F-Zero, legendary games. I mean, that's kind of a given, but I do love going back to F-Zero X especially. I love GX. GX is a beautiful game. It looks amazing still. But man, there's just something very playable about F-Zero X. I don't know. I love them both. I love them all. All right. Now we got questions for you, Ian. Do you think Rouge actually likes her job as a government spy, or is it just a means to an end knowing where jewelry stores and museums are?
I think she enjoys her work. She takes pride in doing well and being superior to others. I think there's a certain degree of fun to be had in being sneaky and having the advantage over those and knowing it, even if they don't.
Yeah, but she's working for the man, though.
Is she working for the man, or are they working for her? She'll never tell.
Okay, good point.
I mean, they operate on the intel that she gives them. The intel that she gives them.
But smart. She's very smart. All right. Here's some more questions. If you could choose whether to no longer need to sleep or no longer need to eat, but you could still do so if you wanted, which would you choose?
No eating.
I would choose no sleeping. Because I have a problem sleeping anyway, apparently, so might as well just stop at this point. It's like I can't even get a straight 8 hours to save my life, so might as well.
Let's see, I've had trouble maintaining a proper diet forever, so if I don't have to eat, then I don't even have to be tempted anymore. It's like, no cravings, no need. I can just forego and save a lot of money in the long run.
That's true.
Sleep, as terrible as it is at least a break from the day. It's like, okay, world, you're done for a bit. I am done. We're going to go our separate ways. We're going to go in different rooms. You keep being yourself. I'm going to go over here for a little bit. Okay.
I guess that's a good point, but still, it's like if I didn't have to sleep, I could do more to not or to afford the food. Maybe. True, but and
I kind of thought that myself, but I think the sleep being a necessity makes you stop. It makes you take that break.
Yeah.
Because you need the break. You do.
Yes.
Not just for the rejuvenation, but just to disconnect from the world for a little bit.
If you didn't have to sleep, you could eat more. Probably not healthy, but true. All right. Oh no, there's only one double cheeseburger left. Summon a character of your choice from the last game you played to help you fight. Who is it and who wins the burger? Who are we fighting? Each other?
I guess.
I don't know. Why don't we just take the double cheeseburger and just take another bun and put one of the patties on the bun and just each have our own single burger?
Why settle for a single burger when I can have a double burger?
But then we have
Kyle.
But then we have to fight.
There are burgers involved. There are burgers involved. All friendship and love goes out the window when there's burgers involved.
Peace was never an option, huh?
Exactly.
I see how it is.
And I'm doing pretty well because I've been playing Tears of the Kingdom, so I have Link on my side.
Oh.
He's got a fantastic track record.
Yeah, Link sucks. I've been playing...
Beg your pardon.
What's the most recent game I played? I guess it was. I'm trying to think. Most recent game I played has been with a character in it. I'm trying to think. I guess it was Mario Kart 8. And I play as the Inkling Girl, so... Inkling Girl versus Link.
Let's see. Link has a shield that can deflect nigh upon anything. Inkling Girl dies if exposed to water.
No, not the Mario Kart version of her. She handles what she handles.
That's right, you can drive underwater.
She handles water just fine.
That's true.
And she has a car. I mean, to be fair, Link has a motorcycle, but still.
That is a convenient loophole, sir. I will grant you that.
Yeah. And she has some kind of vehicle. She can just, run into him and flatten him out. But Link does have, mechs and lasers now, so...
I see your go-kart and raise you orbital bombardment.
And raise you literal Metal Gear. The fact someone actually made Metal Gear in Tears of the Kingdom is insane. And also hilarious. Incredible. Yeah, I'd probably lose.
Link's very first spoken line to be David Hayter. Well, excuse me, princess.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Tears of the Patriots.
Gibdo. Ganondorf swimming with all his dark energy. Nanomachine, son!
Oh, God.
Zelda in her Ren Fair voice. Link, can love bloom on the battlefield? Otacon runs into the field dressed up as Tingle. Cool Limpa.
Oh, no. But also, oh, yes. Sniper Wolf Link. Oh, God. Oi. This is great. Revolver Moblin. Oh, yeah. All right, I think this is enough. We've had enough of this. You can have the burger. I'll just go get another one. It's not like there's any shortage of double cheeseburgers in the world. If either of you have played Murder Son of the Hedgehog, what was your favorite Easter egg / background element?
Oh, wow. Spoiled for choice. I don't know. I think it was the Chow Bouncer. Never mind why there's an elevator car in a train, but...
Why not?
Just the Chow Bouncer. That amuses me no end.
Well, up to the point of the game that I have seen is there's the Super Monkey Ball arcade machine is very funny to me. I like that it doesn't have the rollerball, though, that it's just 2 sticks. Even though it's supposed to be the real Super Monkey Ball arcade machine has a rollerball, not sticks, but I think that makes it funnier. I wonder Knuckles sucked at it. Your favorite song from early SpongeBob? If not applicable, what's a song from a cartoon you still remember word for word and beat for beat to this day?
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominican, Cuba, Caribbean, Greenland, El Salvador, too.
A few of those countries don't exist anymore. Only a few, though.
Lake Titicaca, oh, Lake Titicaca, in between Bolivia and Peru. Yes, Lake Titicaca, yes, Lake Titicaca, with water so pristine and blue.
Mm-hmm. I am Cornholio.
Thundercats theme song, Ninja Turtles theme song, Silverhawks theme song.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah. I mean, you pretty much just sang all the ones I can remember right off the top of my head. Otherwise, yeah, I have no experience with SpongeBob outside of memes. So, yeah, I don't know any of them. I'm sorry. What is a cursed fact you wish you didn't know? Spread this chaotic knowledge to the masses.
I won't go into detail, but the reproductive anatomy of an echidna.
Well, I mean, that's pretty well known.
Yeah, there's one thing knowing. There's another thing witnessing.
Witnessing?
Trying to comprehend.
What are you doing?
Look, Kyle, the way it's described, it's like, okay, no, what does that even look like? How does it even
so
look?
You looked it up.
Yes!
Well, I mean...
They're not going to show you that on, like, David Attenborough's Wild Safari.
They might!
And having seen, it's like, this still makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
So the horror and confusion remains. It's,
Here's a cursed fact I wish I didn't know. Did you know that Super Mario Bros. 2 was originally a game released in Japan called Doki Doki Panic, and for American, they reskinned it? Everybody knows that one. That's the joke. All right, Ian. Just
here's one for you.
Don't imagine bats and echidnas. Don't.
There's a particular species of microscopic mite that lives on your face.
Yes.
That has no ability to defecate, so it simply fills up with waste until it explodes and dies.
Cool. Those are the eyelash mites, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. That explains why I can't stop crying. Yeah. Those are kind of frighteningly gross, but also kind of cool. It's like, oh, hey, cool. How you guys doing? You hanging in there? Oh, another one of you just popped. Oh, well, there you go.
Here's some curse knowledge for you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone born at the turn of the millennium is now well past the age to vote.
And drink.
And drink and drive and all that. They are full-fledged adults now.
They have been adults for the last 5 years at least. That's frightening to think about.
Now, before I turn to dust, let's get through the rest of this.
Yeah, let's hurry. We need to get through this before another 23 years pass out of nowhere. What is a song you can't listen to properly anymore due to a parody version / added lyrics? For me, it's Wily Castle from Mega Man 2. Dang it, you stole my answer.
Actually, I was in the store today, and Never Gonna Give You Up was playing over the speakers. I'm like, did the store just rickroll me?
Yes, it did. It rickrolled everybody in the store.
And, oh, shoot. What is that one Eminem song? Hold on.
The one about mom spaghetti?
Yes.
Knees weak, palms sweaty, mom spaghetti, delicious.
I mean, there's that, and there's also the Weird Al parody, and that's the one I'm more familiar with.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, Eminem sings Make Me King, and it's a powerful line in the song, but all I hear is Weird Al singing Larry King, and I crack up every time.
I mean, a complicated song if we're talking Weird Al. Also, cannot unhear Saga Begins whenever I hear American Pie. Cannot. It's the best thing to come out of Star Wars in the last 23 years. I'll tell you what. 24 years. Oy. I think what else? Jeez. The Mega Man one, like the Zelda theme is an obvious one, but I really can't. Like, I hear so many different lyrics to that song in my head every time I hear it. Every
now and again, the race music or slide music or whatever the track is called on a Mario 64.
Yeah, Slider is the name of the song.
Okay, it's I Hear Your Name.
My name is Kyle.
My name is Kyle. So I'll just be randomly, doing laundry or something, and all of a sudden, unbidden, his name is Kyle. His name is Kyle. Where did that come up?
I live in your head rent free. Oh God, I'm no better than any of those other weirdos. Oh no. Oh. That's a pretty obscure one too, because I don't know if the My Name is Kyle version really gained much traction. But
I think I heard it on OCR.
It's very funny. I'm pretty sure I probably sent it to Lee, and Lee gave it to you, or I just gave it to you directly, or you just heard it on NGI at some point. Yeah. Yeah.
One last one. I don't know if this video is still online anywhere, but once you realize that Snoop Dogg's Drop It Like It's Hot fits perfectly with Gourmet Race.
Oh, that's everywhere, yeah.
That's it. Is it? All right.
Well, that song fits perfectly with just about everything because it's very nearly instrumental. So you can kind of plop it over anything that is of the same time signature and it'll work. But it really does work well with Gourmet Race. There's also Guile's theme that goes with everything. The thing is, though, is that meme is just literally just Guile's theme, but it's put over everything, anything. It doesn't matter. It's not. There's no. It's not a reinterpretation. It's just Guile's theme. I mean, which is fine. Guile's theme is legendary and amazing for a reason, but it's just kind of funny. Like, oh yeah, it's just Guile's theme pasted right over it. Good stuff. All right, next question. What is your favorite mod from any game you've played? Was it more in line with the game, akin to a fan-made DLC, or more on the joke side, akin to reskins and sound swaps?
I never played modding stuff because I never really got into PC gaming.
Mm-hmm.
But the one mod that I will always remember for pure hilarity's sake was, what was the name of the game? It was one of the first kind of open world sandboxy things. You're some kind of prototype. There we go.
Okay.
Playing as prototype, and it was modded to be reskinned as Pepsi Man. And all of his area of effect attacks, all the explosions, all the weird tendrils and whatever were all retextured to be the Pepsi logo.
I hope the song played every time you did them too.
I don't remember, but maybe.
If they didn't, then what was even the point? I mean, I'm a fan of mods. A lot of times I'm a fan of mods that just like take the game and actually make it like good and playable. Like the PC mods for some of the Sonic games, especially earlier Sonic games, like the better SADX mod that makes Sonic Advance like more like the Dreamcast version, but also better than all versions of it. I mean, I enjoy that very much. Otherwise, I'm just like a big fan of getting various content for games and just smashing it all together in one. Like like racing games, like people release tracks and vehicles for them, and I just like to download the tracks and the vehicles that look interesting to me and just grab them and throw them into the game and see what they're like and play with them and mix it up and see what's what and what's going on. And yeah, I mean, that's fun. That's most of my modding experience actually has been like racing games. So just sometimes there's a full blown like turning a NASCAR game into like an open wheel IndyCar racing game. It's like, wow, okay, this is completely different. All right, it works. It's pretty impressive. They managed to pull this off. But yeah, things like that. The American Truck Simulator, actually both truck simulators, American and Euro, they have a lot of map mods. The map mods are amazing in a lot of those cases. They just really expand the map and just make it so far beyond what even the developers are able to muster. It's like, dang, holy crap. So, yeah, I like to play with mods like that. What is the first Sonic fan game you played that you remember? If not, have there been any fan games in general you've enjoyed?
The only one that I can remember playing was back in college, where it was basically just Breakout with Sonic bouncing around in a spin jump.
Mm-hmm.
And every single stage played Another One Bites the Dust. And that's all I remember about it.
What was there was a recreation. It used its own engine, but it was like a very faithful 2D Sonic platformer. But it ran on DOS. And I cannot remember what it was called. Wow. It's not Sonic Roboblast. It's like, it was like a full fan-made thing, and I can't remember what it was. But it's very impressive. And that's one of the first I remember playing. It wasn't Pro Sonic. There was another one before that, I think. Pro Sonic was 2008, apparently. Jeez. Virtual Dreams? Weird. I don't think that was it either. I think it was an original game, but that's pretty impressive too. But anyway, yeah, I can't find it right now, but it was something like that. It was like a very, that's the very first one I remember playing. It's like, whoa, holy crap, this is an actual, like, Sonic game. But it's on my computer! It's a new Sonic game, not emulating an old one. I mean, I didn't dabble in any sort of emulation. What are you talking about? Have either you seen or heard of the current popular indie game Pizza Tower? The soundtrack and music are both amazingly well crafted, and I could see Kyle appreciating the music of this game. I do! Thank you for noticing. It is a fantastic musical experience. And I use the word experience very much deliberately using the word experience, because that game is in total is an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not played. I did watch a bit to see what everyone was going gaga over. And experience is a very good descriptor, especially the final boss fight sequence.
Yes. It is
like
just wild.
It would not be what it is without that tour de force that is the soundtrack.
And the art style is just like so ridiculously over the top, but it's so memeable. It's perfect. Dragons are a popular creature in fiction with many different depictions, personalities, and roles. Name a few of your favorite dragons across your memory and what you like about them so much.
I remember way back in the day when I was a wee lad, there was a TV series adaptation of Alice in Wonderland, which had a whole bunch of big name actors for the time. And the reoccurring villainous force was the Jabberwocky. And whenever it arrived, the lights went out and the storm queued and lightning flashed and everyone took it super seriously. Alice ran screaming. Like the only person to stand up to it was a fully armored knight, and even he still lost. And that thing scared the bejeebers out of me. Like traumatizing. So years and years later, came across it again. And it's like, what did it even look like? So I was too afraid to even look at the TV screen. And I went back, and this is the dopiest looking thing made out of trash bags you can imagine.
Well,
it is the floppiest, oiliest, goofiest thing. Like, Barney had greater structural integrity than this thing. And I remember it fondly, purely because as a small child, it instilled with me this sense of a threat of shadow and darkness far greater than any mortal can comprehend, an elemental force of pure evil and hatred. And boy, that was goofy. This is the whole thing that you can construct. That is the power of presentation and narrative.
Yeah.
So, also King Ghidorah.
Well, thanks for stealing one of my answers.
All right, fine. You can have that one.
The guy,
King Ghidorah.
Okay. The guy freaking rules. Oh man!
Like the guy loses in every movie he's in. Like the whole point of King Ghidorah is that he lost one of his heads.
Yeah,
and yet he never feels like a jobber.
No,
like whenever he shows up, it's always a big deal.
Yeah, he's a surprisingly persistent threat, even though he always loses.
And we're counting Godzilla as a dragon, right?
Sure. I mean, why not?
Giant reptilian thing that breathes fire? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody loves Godzilla.
I love Godzilla. You should love Godzilla, too. There was that whole... I saw that picture recently of a whole Japanese women's group of people who love Godzilla. It's like, good for them. Here's one I wanted to mention. Falcor from Neverending Story.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's just nice. But, you get attached to him as a kid, and then he he gets soft, and it's like, oh. Oh, no. Let's see.
Draco out of Dragonheart.
Mm-hmm.
Not a great movie. Probably a passable performance by Sean Connery. But that's a sick dragon design.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm looking at it. Yeah. Yeah, that is awesome.
I really liked the way the wings were designed. It looked like a neat, functional fantasy critter. I dig it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of great dragons out there. So, yeah. I think we got a pretty solid listing, though. Because we got one more question, and it's the most important one of all, Ian. Most important. Is fart with reverb still funny? It will never stop being funny, let me tell you.
I'm amazed that you were able to read that without breaking down into giggles.
Well, why wouldn't I? Fart with reverb is very serious. I take my fart with reverb very seriously, Ian.
I'm sure you do.
Every fart needs to have some reverb.
Oh Lord!
My favorite use of that is in the Super Mario World cartoon. It is actually in there, and it is used as part of one of the musical sequences where Luigi gets squished. And when he gets squished, the fart with reverb sound is pretty prominently placed right there, and it's glorious, amazing. I know you don't like toilet humor, but man, I could laugh at farts and poop jokes all day, man. I am a very simple man. That's all I need.
If it's well timed, it's funny. I can't argue that.
I am a literal child, so it's fine. My age says 37, but my brain says 7. And that's all we got.
Thank you to Hitgehog for sponsoring this BumbleKast Mini. If you want one of your own, head over to patreon.com/BumbleKast, Ko-fi.com/BumbleKast, or become a YouTube member. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and we will see you next time on the BumbleKast.